News. We just saw the excitement there on the streets. The pupils, they're not matriculants anymore. They're now tertiary students and eligible employees. But we saw the excitement, but the reality is not everyone is excited during this time. Now, how can family members support the matriculants at this time of the year?
You know, Tumi, I actually can't tell you how important family support is right now. A lot of matrics woke up this morning, like you said, with excitement. Yay, I've passed, my dreams are coming true. But a large percentage also woke up with disappointment. Not only the children who failed, but also the children who didn't get the distinctions they were hoping for. And I think family support is vital for parents to let their children know that it's okay. That failing is not the end of the world. We need to acknowledge that our children are disappointed. If we think about it, this is a culmination of 12 years of work. We can't take it lightly. But for our parents, or the parents rather, just to know and to let their children know that failure is a necessary part of life, and it's only failure if you don't learn from it.
I think that's an important point you're mentioning, because you can understand for a pupil that age, when they pass or fail, the first people they think about is, oh, mummy, oh, daddy, what are they going to think, right?
Exactly.
The pressure coming from the parents there.
It's massive. And also, you know, at this age, like you said, parents are important, but so are peers. And right now, a lot of children are wrapped up in their own success or failure, so they can't really lean on their peers as much as they would have liked to. And that's when family and extended family, they're necessary.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about those who then did not make it, because the announcement yesterday does say that 78.2% of the overall matriculants did pass the examinations. But for those that did not pass, what withdrawal symptoms or behavior can the peers, the community members, or even parents spot in them?
Well, look, I think right now, us as parents, we need to be very aware of any changes in our children's behaviour. Like I said, this is something we've been working, or children have been working for 12 years. And so not passing as many subjects as they would have liked to is a huge crash to the system. It is going to foster feelings of insecurity, feelings of inadequacy, and I think we need to be aware of withdrawal. You know, children, mourning period is necessary. We can't expect these children to be happy with the fact that they've passed matric. We can't expect to tell these children that failure is a normal part of life and for them to get over it. We need to deal with the reality that they are breaking inside, and we need to deal with that mourning period. Allow them to have that space to feel sad, but then also to broaden their view. You know, one of the keynote points of depression is that children's focus narrows. So they focus on this thing that is causing these feelings of inadequacy, of depression within them. And so us as parents, maybe our aim is to extend their view, to provide them with alternative options, to say to them, look, this is what's happened, but now let's look at the path forward. So accept their feelings, but also look at a way forward and help them see that there is something beyond this.
Now, the Department of Education has also announced, Claire, that for those who did fail, there will be supplementary examination centres provided for them to, of course, try and increase their marks to a high percentage. For those that are going back to school to repeat their matric, or going back to supplement, or even taking a gap year, what environment would be ideal for them to encourage them, of course, to take up on a more healthier mindset going forward? Meaning, how do the teachers now play a role? How do the principal play a role? How do the peers play a role there?
And I think you've just hit the nail on the head. It needs to be a holistic intervention. The parents need to be on board, the teachers need to be on board, and as well as the peers. And I think almost just being honest about it, going into the school environment and speaking to the matrics and saying, look, some of you are here for the first time and some of you are here repeating, and letting the children know that it's okay and that they need to embrace the whole matric class in its entirety, and not just the people who are coming up from grade 11. But take in those students, and you know, bullying is very real. And I think that's one of the big concerns going back, is what are these people now going to think of me? And it's a very, very real concern. And so if you have that support at home as well, so that encouragement from the parents, saying to the children, you know, it's not the end of the world, go back, you can succeed, and giving them options, you know, maybe let's get you a tutor, maybe your study methods weren't quite suited to you. but doing it in a very positive, encouraging manner.
Absolutely. Now let's head on to those matriculants that did pass, because I feel like more still needs to be done to them.
Yes.
I mean, there's been a wide criticism of the 30% pass rate and how that affects a child's habit in learning. If you're used to only knowing 30% of your work, perhaps it's how you will do in tertiary, perhaps it's how you'll also behave in the workplace. What advice can you also give to those that have passed the matriculants and are venturing to their academic careers or even work?
Okay, well, firstly, to say a massive congratulations.
Yes.
Because that really is, passing matric is a huge accomplishment. And I mean, like you're saying, it is a difficult situation because the pass rate isn't what it is at universities. And I think that is the crux of the matter.
Yeah.
But just to go in there with that knowledge, so knowing that you're going to have to work a little bit harder, knowing that you're going to have to give a little bit more than maybe you have been giving. Because, you know, I also want to say that a lot of the matrics aren't just scraping by on that percentage. A lot of them are doing a lot better. Yeah. So, you know, it's just for those who maybe struggled a little bit this year. Take out those distractions, focus on what's important, and focus on your work. Change your study habits maybe, and speak to people, seek help. A lot of universities have centres where you can go and chat to them and say, look, I'm trying my best, but I'm not getting the results. Help.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah. And I think that's important because, you know, there's also the pressure that comes with being in varsity, trying to be a cool kid. So, you know, being excited. So it's absolute true, the advice that you're giving us. Claire, thank you so much for joining us right here in the AM News.